Hey everyone, it's Lucid. Welcome back to another episode of Middle-Aged Dome in Great Expectations. It is turn 29, and if you recall, last episode we conquered Sceleria, so not a bad episode if you ask me. Now we have to figure out what we do next. So a message from Ulm to the world. I typed this up last time. But anyway. We have a message from Abyssia. Hi, yes, it looks like Jotunhiem might die soon from Phelegra. Are you still fighting with Agartha? How goes that battle? So I never was fighting with Agartha. I'm not sure where he got that intel. He sent me some fire and astral gems, and I think I'm making him an item. Let's go ahead and see which item I'm making him. Making his items this turn. Let's see what it is. I think he wanted a... Trying to look. I'm actually not... I don't remember what I was making him. Oh, he wants a shroud. He might have wanted 2 shrouds. I'm not really sure what he wanted. Fire gems? What would he be wanting? You know, I can't remember, but he wants something with fire gems and a shroud. I don't think it's a lightless lantern. I'm not sure what he wanted, but anyway, that's okay. We have a message from Bandarlog. If you want to read it, you're welcome to. I don't know if I'm going to read that to you guys. And then Bandarlog did purchase a chassis of the mountain from me, so I'm forging that, I think, right here. Right here. Oh, so I'm making a dragon helmet. That was the other item for him. Where the hell? Okay. Making a bunch of stuff, but I don't see it at the moment. It popped up earlier. Lightless lantern. Okay, well anyway, I'm making it somewhere for Bandarlog, but don't worry about it. This is one of the nice things you can do as Ulm, is forge things for people and make a hefty little profit. So like these, I'm selling him for... Normally I would sell them at cost, like 5 gems, and basically he doesn't have to worry about a mage turn. But you can afford to sell it for under cost, especially if it's to a nation you're worried is going to get kind of trounced. And right now it looks like Jotunheim's getting trounced, so I am kind of bankrolling them. We also are sending the second portion of our 1,100 gold to Jotunheim. And then, I made it last turn. I'm sending a chassis of the mountain to Bandarlog. I think he paid me last turn, or he's paying me this turn. I can't remember. Okay. We see a battle here, so let's see what's going on. Jotunheim attacking Phelegra. Oh, so this is the... This might actually be the first time we get to see it. This is the Scratty that I made for Jotunheim, which was supposed to go and fight Sceleria, but it does not happen. So he has the Heroic Endurance trait, which actually is quite nice, because this chassis will tend to get fatigued out with this setup. But here we go, Body Ethereal, and then Luck, and then Cheat Fate, and Resist Magic. And then he just runs into this horde of dudes. You can see they really can't do anything to him. Now, it was nice, they got the Flaming Missiles buff on them and everything, so Sceleria, you know, these guys put some effort into how they're going to fight him, but nothing here is sufficient. And really, you want to keep huge hordes of chaff away from this guy. What could Phelegra do? Well, they have Tyrants, so they could do a Tyrant that was kitted specifically to kill a Scrotty, and I'm sure that could work. I don't know, I forget all the different soldiers they have, but if they had a better soldier, it could work. Perhaps some giants or something like that. Let's look at their roster. I don't really remember the middle-aged Phelegra roster that well. A bunch of these guys could do it, but it's not very gold efficient. These great clubs could probably do it. Their attack is a little low. Size 4. Like a bunch of these guys throwing boulders would probably be a bad day for that guy. But, I don't know. Probably Cyclops would be worth a shot. Mind Burn spam or something. I don't know. I'd have to think about it more, but flaming weapons is not sufficient there. So there's an assassination attempt on my dude, and they kill a black priest. So if both of them die, it probably is because I got decayed. This guy better not have had any items on him. Okay, he didn't. Okay, we kill him and then we die from decay. Excellent. A weird magic event. We catch a scout, and we catch... So I was patrolling here in Sceleria, and basically Utgard and Relay watched the battle. We had a unit cured from disease, which is nice. The Ghoul Father is left, and he was a kind of cool dude. But we didn't want to keep paying for him. He had a specific job to do. Oh, I didn't even really talk about that last episode, so let's talk about it real quick. So the Ghoul Father, he has, I think, Fire 2, Earth 1, Astral 2. And he, I kind of timed when I got him so that I could forge a Starshine Skullcap, which I probably have equipped already somewhere. I'm probably searching with it down here. 1 second. Yeah, and it's right here. Now, we can do a lot of things with Astral 1 with our nation, but one of the things we cannot do is forge a Starshine Skullcap. So you either need to get Astral 2 on your god, which I have, but he's not here yet, and I don't want to waste a god turn if I don't have to. So anyway, when we saw that mercenary, we snatched him up, built one of them, and then let him go. Other than building this cap, we don't really need him for anything. So anyway, we've got that, and once we have one, we can make more. Yeah. And obviously we can cast Arcane Probing with Astral 1, so we can site search plenty well. Speaking of which, yeah, we didn't find anything. We got a hero. This guy. This is one of the Olmish heroes. Now, a lot of these heroes are not that great because, you know, like, they're human, whatever, they're kind of weak. Like, this guy doesn't have magic paths, but he has fear. He has his own custom weapon, which is the Ekisax, which is a blade made of hardened dragon blood. And basically, it is a very strong weapon, which also will cause an AoE 5 fear, which is pretty damn good. And he has really good armor, 25, so very, very high. If we put Bracers of Protection on him and then cast Legions of Steel, he will be very close to 40. And pretty high HP, so especially if we put a Regen item on him too, he can be very, very thuggy. Not really super combatant-y, but thuggy. He also has a Fire Breath attack, which is pretty damn cool, which will shoot half the range of his strength, and it will... The higher his strength, the more damage it will do, and it's armor-piercing AoE 1, so not bad. We'll be testing that out. Okay, and I've been talking a lot with Bandarlog, and basically, apparently Uruk has been fighting Agartha here in conjunction with Relay, and I think Agartha is starting to kind of crumble now. But not before killing several Uruk armies. And they are looking pretty appetizing. They don't have a ton of dudes here. I've got all these guys on this side of the map. Now, if we look at this is kind of the next big decision I have to make. Who do I attack? Well, I could jump on Jotunhiem, and if I jump on Jotunhiem in conjunction with 2 other people, then he's definitely going to fall. The problems with that are... Where's Jotunheim's capital? I think his capital is right here. I probably won't get his capital. I might get some lands. But taking it's going to further spaghettify my empire. Like, this is getting very far away from my other stuff, and I'm not going to get enough to connect it. So I'm just going to have, like, a long string of stuff. Also, I think after our fight with Sceleria, and then me paying for the capital and a bunch of other things, I think we have a ton of good faith built up between us. So that is a very trusty ally, I think. So I'm not sure I want to attack him for those reasons. I could attack Abyssia, but that basically is going to have a lot of the same problems. I'm going to have a very low front to like move people through. I basically would have to come up through here. And I could get to his capital pretty quickly, so that would potentially be good. But then if I attack Abyssia, then it's almost certain that Jotunheim's probably going to want to attack me, if not immediately, then shortly thereafter. And they can recruit a lot of people to attack me. There's a lot of problems with being a spaghetti empire, like having a long string. One of the problems is it's very hard to move troops from one end to the other. Another problem is there's many fronts upon which people can attack you. So if you're a spaghetti empire, but you're also the biggest empire, then you're going to have potentially everybody attacking you, and you're going to have a huge number of places to defend. So for those reasons, I'm not very excited about attacking Abyssia. I could attack Relay. That would have basically the same problems attacking Abyssia, but it would also mean that this border is definitely going to be a border which I get raided on. So, not super excited about that. So if I don't attack any of these guys, that only leaves me one person, which is Uruk. And they just lost a big army to Agartha, and I think they're making another army to go down there and attack him. So we have a nap 4, which is not normally a nap I do. I normally only do nap 3s. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do, but I don't want to attack them. They're kind of a friend. I've played with this guy in a dozen games, probably. Not really, but a lot. And I don't know. I generally don't like attacking friends who I know are trustworthy. But my income, and honestly, Alma's a nation that can turtle a little bit, but my gem income's too bad to turtle. I have to keep going. My normal income's fine, but I'm gonna need to be bigger. I definitely need more gem income to be a real player in this game. So, we'll have to figure out what we do. But anyway, that's this turn. We should be building like temples and stuff like that. Here we're preaching. Okay, I'm not building temples. I can't build temples yet because all my money is going to Jotunheim for this turn. So anyway, that is that. Next turn is turn... Oh god, is it 29 or did we just do 29? I think we just did 29. Yeah, it's turn 30. So turn 30, a message has arrived from Abyssia. This is great news, greeting our ears. We salute the brave men of Ulm who gave their lives to banish the undead. Gratefully, Abyssia. We got 5 fire gems from Bandar Log. I forget what this is for. We got a thistle mace from Bandar Log. Oh, so that's what the trade was. I was doing the chassis of the mountain for a thistle mace plus 5 fire gems. So the chassis of the mountain, for those of you who do not know, it's one of the temp gem items, which is this, and it costs 20 gems, and it gives you 2 temporary earth gems, so it kind of gives you some economy. And in return, Bandar is giving me a thistle mace, which, I mean, if you look at it, I'm going to make this for a little cheaper, so this one's going to cost me 20 minus 4, which is going to be 16 gems, and Bandar is going to make his for 8. So, I didn't need the thistle mace that much, but it was a trade we could make, because I do only have nature 1. This will get me up to nature 2. When my god comes, I'll be able to get, I think he has nature 2 on him, but I could be mistaken. But either way, I'll have other path boosting items where I can get up to nature 2, but it would be much more convenient if I get a thistle mace now, so I can start side searching. So there's some value. So he's going to give me a thistle mace and 5 nature gems, and basically I give him a 20 gem item. So, and he doesn't have any way to spend fire, so I was just like, thistle mace plus any 5 gems, and he has no way to spend those, so I think it was a good trade for him. And he does have good earth mages, but he has no way to forge a chassis of the mountain because he doesn't have earth fire. So anyway, he's going to basically be able to have this earth mages spam all sorts of earth mage things. We finish a bunch of research. We search for a bunch of sites and we find nothing. We tried to infiltrate Uruk. So I do not know if you fail to infiltrate, if it gives them a message. I don't think so, but I don't really know. It's probably possible, but I don't know. Anyway, we're going to sneak him away. There's kind of a bunch of dudes here I'm a little worried about getting patrolled out. So, okay, we have plus 15 income, which is really good, and we get plus 15 defense and income. So my defense is super high here. It's 40, which is just a tremendous amount of PD. And the plus income is really nice because it happened on a really good fort. So, always good, because that income should get amplified, I think, from the fort bonus. Let's see if there's anything else. I don't think so. The unrest here is down to 0. The unrest here is down to 0. We're going to continue to patrol. This is my prophet. I've got him kitted up now with some of the gear that we won from the assassins, like this Hydra skin armor, a Mace of Eruption, and then a horned helmet. So this guy is definitely very thuggy. His protection looks like it sucks right now, but once he gets Legions of Protection cast on him, it will jump up by 9. So it will be like 27, which would be very good. And he has another slot. I could put something else on it, like another one of these. His defense is ridiculous at 31. And he has basic resistances to everything. So this is strong thug material. I don't think I have that on him, though. We're going to preach. You can see our Dominion very quickly has taken over Sceleria's lands, which is good, because we got a lot of guys preaching. This is kind of when you want to preach, like just after you take over new lands, get your Dominion in there. We do need to build temples, so we have money. We're not feeding Jotunheim money anymore. So we're building a temple here. I think we're building a temple here now, because we have bought this from Jotunheim. It's ours, so we'll go ahead and temple it. We need to put a lab up there. We already have a lab here. We're going to be recruiting these crystal sorceresses every turn we can. And these are going to be a huge asset for us, because we're already running up high in alteration, and with a lot of protection on our units, it's going to go really, 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 really well with Fog Warriors. So, Fog Warriors, which basically every 5 of these I get, will mean a Fog Warriors cast. So that's pretty exciting. So there's basically that going on. Otherwise, let's just take a look. You can see I've got Alquils on almost everybody. We hit construction 6, so I don't know if I do it this turn. Yeah, we're starting to do Lightless Lantern production. I haven't really kicked it into gear. I should be making more. But, yeah, we've got a few Lightless Lanterns already out, but that will be the big thing over the next few turns. I'll really shift into Lightless Lantern production. You can see we're making a few. But that's going to send... Here, I've got some more on these guys. That's going to be what really starts to send our research through the roof. Right now we're at almost 1,000 a turn, which is really good for turn 30. But it will be growing rapidly from there. And with that, we can hopefully get all of our important research needs, which right now we're kind of just thinking alteration, but there's a bunch of other things I want. I want conjuration, I want construction 8. There's some good unique items we can get. I want enchantment to get Earthblood Deepwell. I want blood magic to get vampires eventually. So there's a bunch of things I want. Blood will probably be very low on my list, because I need to get blood slaves first. So we'll see kind of what priority that gets, but anyway. I think that's about it for this turn. Let's go ahead and pull up the next one. Make sure I do outgoing messages. Okay, so sending these items to Jotunheim that he requested. And what turn are we on? We're turn 30, so let's do turn 31, and we'll call that an episode. So, Great Expectations, 31. Cast Arcane Probing, we didn't find anything. We've had really bad luck with site searching. Here we found a site, though. Painted Crypt, this is a good site. This is Astral Death. So that is most welcome. and we got our first great event. We got gold plus 2,000, fire gem 1, air gem, water gem, earth gem, and a miraculous cure-all elixir. On a nation with a bunch of old age dudes, those are most welcome. Now we have 2 though, so the second one is slightly less important than the first. But that is still pretty useful. I'm glad to have another one, because we're going to be having a lot of old age mages, and I think there's a well of pestilence here because there's a death site. You can see we do not have growth even though it's in our dominion. So we'll be site searching that eventually. But anyway, with potentially wells of pestilence and marching troops around and this, that, and the other, we can definitely use more miraculous cure-all elixirs, and we can definitely use another 2,000 gold. So we will be using that. We're going to be upgrading Sceleria now. We're doing... we finally got our architect here, or our master mason, and he is going to be building a great walled city. So we will upgrade Sceleria into a proper fortress, like we have here, so we get a nicer admin bonus. We're going to also be sending out these Crystal Amazons to site search. Like all these Sceleria lands, we have not necessarily searched for air, so I want to do that. And then there's some other provinces we haven't searched for astral, so we're going to be doing that. And that's basically it for this turn. Now the next episode we're going to have to decide... okay, now we're deciding it this turn. So I had been thinking... I thought it was probably next turn, but... I'd been deciding who I was going to attack next, because I've been doing all this site searching. I've mostly site searched all my lands for the stuff I can do now anyway, and I found not very much. I mean, basically the sites where you can see I have multiple sites in a province, these are capitals. And aside from that, I've kind of stumbled into a couple not very great sites. Now, this isn't the worst luck, but it's not very good luck. And the net effect is my income is not great. This is not great income. So we gotta go to war. And I don't want to spaghettify. Especially... Like, I have the feeling these guys want to all turn on me as soon as it's convenient. But it's just not convenient for them yet. So... Uruk is going to be my target. Now, I send a message to Uruk, and here's the message. I say, with some regret, brothers, we must end our nap. Prepare your generals and armies. Since we had a long nap 4 and it's turn 32 when you get it, turn 36 may contain hostile orders. Best of luck in the wars to come. So this is turn 31. It'll be turn 32 when he gets it. So anyway, that's my message. So he should have plenty of time to prepare. And this is why you get a nap, by the way, because... This is going to, like, all his armies are super out of position for fighting me. And, like, if we had a nap 2, I could definitely attack him before I think he can get many things in position or recruit a ton of guys. But as it stands, it's going to be pretty easy for him to kind of build up a big army and get them where they need to be. So anyway, he's going to have time to prepare, but then we're going to have a little war. Now, the thing that I have to worry about is leaving my other borders unattempted. I don't want to commit so much to Uruk that I get attacked in the back. So that's basically that. Oh, hello. Looks like we see Jotunheim's god. The son of Fenrir, and it's Water 10, Nature 7. Which we kind of knew anyway. We knew it was blessed, but anyway, he's got Mother Oak on his god. So if his god dies, that's bad news for Jotunheim. He's going to lose... It's kind of risky, casting a global and having an incarnate bless, and then running your god around, but I guess that's the life of a Wake Expander. So anyway, there's that. But that scout retreated, but he does not survive. Here we have a battle where basically a bunch of scouts got patrolled out. He may have had raiders in here, though. Let's see. Yeah, there were some light raiders. These little Jotunhiem wolves are actually not bad as raiders. If you look at them, they've got... I think they have a bite and a lance. Oh no, a bite and a short sword. So that's not bad. 2 attacks. Stealthy, pillaging... Yeah, you can't ask for too much more. Stealthy pillagers are really good. Solid little units. I don't really remember how much they cost. Let's see if we can find out. Yeah, 15 gold. These guys are super value. Not many resources. Not that many recruitment points. These guys are pretty legit, to be honest. Size 2 is nice for cavalry, too. Because they're really quick. But you can also do Strength of Giants on them. I mean, you don't really have Earth, but anyway. Any of the buffs they kind of take better, because they're size 2. Yeah. So anyway, Phelegra's caught his raiders. Phelegra has a big old doom stack here. I don't know what he has that is going to be able to deal with, like the Jotunhiem super combatant Scrati, but we'll find out. Probably in the next episode. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. See you next time.